What is up, Garage Gym, Revolution Recruits? It's Coach Evan. Happy to see you here for our Monday live training. If you are joining us live, you know the deal. Throw us a like so other people know. Invite your friends to come join, anybody that you might know in this group or your friends. This is a free group. Make sure that you are building the engagement so more and more people can see this. If you're watching live, comment live below so that I can shout you out. If you're watching in the replay, comment replay below so that I can follow up with you afterwards, because I'm going to let you know right now, this is probably going to be the most important live training I've ever done, period. So if you are an active client of mine or a previous client of mine or somebody in my free group who is considering joining the Garage Gym Revolution, you are in what is most likely the best training that I have ever done to date. And it's all about lead generation and understanding your metrics. And if I do my job right today, some of you watching this video will quit. That is how important today's training is. So again, thank you for being here. Again, it's Coach Evan. Drop us a like. Let me know that you're here. Type live if you're watching live. Type replay if you're watching replay so I can follow up with you. And just make sure you didn't actually quit your job after watching this training, because what I'm going to tell you is so much fire that if you actually go through this training and understand your metrics and do a quick audit of where you are with your lead generation and your capabilities and your capacity, you might just understand how truly difficult this job is that we are currently trying to do. And it's all about understanding two numbers. And those numbers are 100 and 30. 130. Now, I want to let you know that the 30 is a generous number, and this is going to make sense as we get into this. So I've got the numbers written on this whiteboard in front of me, but again, I want you to be able to visualize this, okay? And so what I need you to know about these two numbers is that 100 is going to be the people in your pipeline, right? People in your phone book, people on Facebook, people on Instagram, your friends, your followers, your family, 100 people, right? For every 100 people, we're going to have a conversion rate of about 30%. Now, what happens with our conversions is every step of our process, we convert at 30%, right? So from 30, we'll go 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. This is about to make a lot of sense in just 10 seconds, right? So what I want you to consider is what it's like to have 100 Facebook friends, all right? And what it would mean if you were to post on social media any given day. Now, I have some real hard data to back this, but I want to be very, very generous with how super awesome and popular you are. But let's just make this assumption, all right? And we are, again, being generous to our numbers. So if you have 100 friends on Facebook or on Instagram or on Twitter or wherever your audience lives, right? We're going to assume that for every 100, we can drop a 30% rate of conversion. So for 100 people, if you were to post a story or post a value post or post whatever it is, right? You can assume that out of 100 people, 30 people are actually going to see it. We've lost 70 people in today's post just because of how the algorithm works. So for all 100 people that you know, 30 people are going to see. This is the law of 130s, okay? From there, of these 30 people, you're going to get 30% to respond. Now I'm being very generous with this number, okay? Now a response might be a like, it might be a comment, it might be something that just says, hey Evan, keep on going. We're enjoying your training. Again, comment live. If you're watching live, throw me a like. Let's boost that algorithm, get more people to see it. Again, this is the most training. This is the most important training of the year. Please, please make sure everybody knows this, right? So you have 100 friends. We lose 70 people just by posting. So we only get 30 people to see it. Of those 30, we get 30% of those people to respond. So right now, you're looking at 9 likes, 9 comments. Of those 30%, we get 30% to actively engage. What does that mean? Let's say you do a post and you're like, hey, comment below for, a discount on my training services, right? So 30% of 9 is how many? 2.7 people. Again, I'm being very generous right here. Very generous with these numbers. Now, if you can get these people who are engaged immediately on the phone, let's say you do, you get all 2.7 of them, and your close rate is industry average, which is going to be at about 30%, you're looking at acquiring 0.81 clients with every 100 people that you know. But there is a step missing, and that step is actually your show rate. And so I am being very generous with these hundreds and 30s, but let's take it up a notch and let's add that extra step, because this is really what it looks like for most of us. Okay, most of us are probably somewhere around the 1,000 mark for friends, followers, whatever, right? You might even have 1,000 people in your phone. Cool, all right? That means that of those 1,000 friends, you're gonna get 30% to see it, which turns into 300 eyes. Cool. Of those eyes, we're going to get 30% to respond, which means that we're going to get 90 responses. Now, I'll let you be the judge. How many friends do you have right now? And every time you post, if you have 1,000 people, do you get 90 likes? The answer is probably not. And that's okay. But let's say it is. We're still operating on the high end, right? So we get 90 responses, right? Of those 90, we get another 30% to engage, to respond to our call to action. So now we're looking at 27 actual leads. If we're operating by the laws of hundreds and 30s, 27 actual leads. From these leads, we now are having to add a realistic number, which we left out here, to be generous. And that's actually going to be our show rate. Show rate. Okay, and the reason why I left it out here, but not in here, is because we're going to talk about paid ads. But we need to talk about our show rate. So let's say you have 27 interested leads, right, who say, yes, I'm interested. Only about 30% of those people are actually going to follow through and let you try to sell them. So now you're looking at 8.1 people who actually show up for their appointment. Of these 8.1, you might be able to get 30% to convert, which is 2.43 clients. Out of 1,000 people, if you are being very generous with your numbers, you might be able to, when you ask for business from your leads list, get 2.43 clients. Man, does that blow your mind? If it does, I need to see that mind blown emoji. Because the crazy thing is, this is super duper generous. Because most likely, you're not getting 90 likes when you post. You're not, I'm not. Right? I'm not social media genius. I'm not the smartest man. I am not the sexiest man alive, right? People are not engaging with me at a crazy high rate. 30%. I've got maybe 2,000 followers. I don't get 90 likes on anything that doesn't involve my daughter, my wife, and my dog. I call it the trifecta. If I do have all three of those, right, the holy trinity of social media posts, then I might get 30% engagement rate. But most likely, we're getting closer to 10. So I'm going to do that math with you right now. And I'm telling you, math is important and I suck at it. And if this bores you, it's probably, no offense, because your business sucks and you haven't thought about this. And you really need to. This should not be boring to you. This should be blowing your mind. And if it is, I need to see the live comment in below or the replay comment if you are not here with us live so that I can ask you what these numbers mean to you. Most likely, you're probably getting a 10% rate. So let's go back to that 1,000 client mark. That means that if you have 1,000 friend mark, right? So if you got 1,000 friends, 100 people see it. You get 10 people to engage, to respond. You get 10 people to engage. You get one person to engage. And we still have 2 more steps before we can actually convert a person. So now we've got 0.1 that actually show up for your appointment. We have 0.01 that actually convert. That's what we're really looking at. From 1,000 friends down to 0.01 conversions. This game is freaking impossible. And I know these numbers are true because I doing this for 10 years and trying to figure it out and recognizing how we boost all of these numbers, there is a strategy to it. And I'm going to show you that strategy in just a minute. I had to do a little bit of research to see if what I was doing was right. And so on this website right over here, I'm just going to move my camera for you. It shows you the engagement rankings and what's a good engagement rate for Facebook and for Instagram. In 2020, last year, a good engagement ranking was 0.09%. On Instagram, it was 0.18%. Who's ready to quit? Who's ready to find an easier job? Who's ready to go figure something else out that does not involve having a million friends so that you can make one new client? Or who wants the strategy on how to fix these numbers? If you do, I need to see it. I need to see your comments below. Type me, type live, type replay. If you want that strategy, I'm about to show you it. Because here's the thing. Right now, most of us are probably looking at social media. And if you're doing it without paid ads, that's fine. We'll get into paid ads in a second. But if you're using social media, you're probably doing what you see other people doing what you see people who are, 2.1 million, have a little check mark next to their name. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, right? You're following what they're doing. You're like, how are they successful? And I can tell you right now, knowing people who have check marks next to their name and make no money, I can tell you that the engagement ranking doesn't change just because you're famous, right? And your ability to convert doesn't change just because you have 2 million followers. It involves understanding a cadence for turning 1,000 followers into 1,000 eyeballs, and turning 1,000 eyeballs into 1,000 responses, and then 1,000 responses, hey Rob, into 1,000 engagements, and so on and so forth, right? So instead of having this 130 number in front of us, we can have 100 and then maybe 10 less, so we're at 90, and then maybe 10 less, so we're at 80, right? Keeping it high is going to be impossible. But there's two things that you need to know when it comes to this business, right? And if you're not doing this right now, you have an opportunity to join us. This is actually our promo week. We're going to be offering a really incredible opportunity for 5 new people to join the Garage Gym Revolution this week. And if you are interested, I need you to type me in the comments below so you can learn more of this very, very important shit and get your business on track. Now, here's what you need to know. All that matters when it comes to social media is frequency and speed. That's it. Frequency and speed. Having a consistency with your frequency and being first to the market are going to be the things that make your business and your messaging excel. Period. First to market, frequency of your messaging, right? Consistency and speed. Those are the two things that you need. And if you can be consistent with your messaging, if you can go live on Facebook every Monday at 5 p.m., if you can deliver consistent messaging, and if you can offer an opportunity that's new to your market, these two things combined are going to turn those 10% numbers into that 30% number. So you'll be able to convert 2.43 people instead of 0.09 people with every 1,000 followers that you have. Okay? Frequency and speed. Now, here's the benefit of paying for ads. I'm not telling you to pay for ads. I'm just telling you what the benefit is, right? Ads are the same idea, right? Except you're paying Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or whoever, Google, right? To do these things for you on automation, right? So if you end up spending, let's call it $50 a day. Ron, if you're still here, I'm going to go over the metrics that we went through today, right? If you end up spending $50 a day, Facebook is going to show your ads to hundreds, if not thousands of people every single day. That's every single day you're getting hundreds, if not thousands of eyeballs in front of your message. And if your message is first to market, you're going to have a really good chance of converting more and more people. And so my client Ron, who is in this program today, we talked about what it's going to take him to make multiple 5 figures in his business. And I said, if you spent $50 a day, Ron, right? And if you're thinking about buying ads too, this will be a good lesson. Wasn't planning on doing it today, but here, you get a little ad buying math for you. You spend $50 a day. That means you're going to spend, let's do this, per day. That means you're going to spend $250 per week. 5-day weeks, not 7-day weeks, right? which means that if you can convert, or if you can get with $50 a day, let's say 10 leads, right? That means every 5 days you'd be getting 50 leads. Now, depending on where you are in your market, this might be incredible or this might be shit. I don't really know, right? Maybe good, maybe shit. You need to know, but you should probably be looking at spending depending on the cost of your offer. If you're selling something that's $5, there's no point in getting a lead that's $20. But if you're selling something like Ron that's $2,000, getting a lead anything under $50 is really good. But in this example, we assume that $50 a day would get us 10 leads, which means we're spending $5 a lead. This is generous too, and Ron knows this, right? So let's do this for a month, right? So 50 times 30, that equals 1,500, right? So we spend $1,500 in a month, or over 30 days, right? To get 300 leads. You with me so far? If this cost is still good, right? Still at $5 a lead, fantastic. Let's see what this means for our conversions. Oh, that says 30 when it's really 300, right? So we spent $1,500 to get 300 leads, right? If we go through the same math, right? We are skipping the friends aspect of this, right? We are skipping the scene aspect of this. This is already people who have engaged, right? So all we have to do is get them to show up and convert. You with me? So with our 1,000 friends example, we had 1,000 friends, 30% of them saw, which is 300 people. We had 30% of them respond, which is 90 people. We had 27% of them engaging, which is 30% of them engaging, which is 27 people. This is already engaged people. So we have 30% engaged. So now we have to get 30% of them to show up for their appointment, 30% to show. And then we have to close 30% to have our client numbers. Okay? So let's do the math. What's 30% of 300? I know that 10 is 30. So we're looking at 90%. I'm sorry, we're looking at 90, right? If we can get 90 people to show, that's a really good number, right? If we can get 30% of 90 to convert, we're looking at 27 clients. If your program costs $2,000, like Ron's does, that means that you're having a $54,000 March. And it cost you $1,500 to get there. Does the math make sense? We're skipping the friends, we're skipping the scene, we're skipping the responses, we're going straight to engaged, and then we're trying to get them to convert. Trying to get them to show for their appointment, and then trying to get them to convert. Out of 300 leads, we could get 27 clients if we had a 30% show rate. Again, that's generous though, right? So what if we have a 10% show rate? We don't change anything here. Let's still assume that we have a $1,500 a month ad spend. We've got a 10% show rate. So now we've got 30 people actually showing up for that. And if we get 10% of those people to show up, we have 3 clients. Now, our monthly intake is $6,000. Most likely, this conversion rate's going to be higher. Johnny, Ron is selling the same thing that all of our clients in our program are selling, which is 12 weeks of semi-private personal training. If you need to know what Ron is doing, then you need to come into our program, because he has the exact steps and the exact skills that you have to be able to do the exact same thing, right? And now look at this. With a 10% show rate, with a 10% conversion rate of those shows, we're still able to make $6,000 in a month. That's not great, but that's also just this month. Next month, that's another $6,000, which means that if we spend $3,000 in 2 months, we will be making $6,000 from this month, an additional $6,000 for our new month, which is 12, right? Plus the recurring revenue of the previous 6,000. So now we've got an $18,000 month out of $3,000 worth of ad spend. That's 5 times your ROI. Pretty cool, right? Knowing your metrics is very valuable. Knowing whether or not you're in a position to spend money on ads or not is also very valuable. Having the skills to convert your friends into viewers, into responders, into engagers, into showers, into conversions, into clients, right? That is a little bit more time consuming, but a little bit more free, right, than paying for ads, which just gets straight into the engagement, right? Because if you can convert 10% of 300 into leads, you've got 30 opportunities to close. And if you're like most of the coaches in our program, your conversion rate from show to client is not 10%. It's more like 70%. And so now if you've got 30 leads who are actually in front of you and you close 75% of those people, you got 24 clients. And if you're charging $2,000 per year program, you've got a $48,000 a month. Can you handle 24 new clients? Most people say they can, and let's be honest, you can't. I couldn't handle 24 clients right now, and I've been doing this longer than you, and I created this damn program. I couldn't do it. All right, let's just be real. I don't sell ebooks. If I sold ebooks, I could do it. If I had a big gym and I had an open gym concept, I could take on as many clients as I have. But we are personal trainers. We serve the human being. We are high value service providers. We are opportunity providers. We are not just a gym. And so that means most likely we're looking to add 5 to 10 every single month. And if you can do that and your product is $1,000, you got $5,000 a month. If it's $2,000, you got a $10,000 a month with just 5 clients. And this is what the Garage Gym Revolution is all about. So here's our commercial break. It is promo week for the Garage Gym Revolution. If you are interested in learning these skills, learning how you can start right now offering a $2,000 service to your clients and learning how you can convert higher than 0.18% so that you can start utilizing the skills, strategies, and cadences in our program every 6 weeks to add those 5 new high-ticket clients to generate $10,000 new dollars recurring monthly for your business. I need you to type me in the comments below. Johnny, I need you to see that type right there. You've been with me the whole time. You're going to be the first phone call I make, sir. Because this is available to everybody. And we're running a crazy deal this month just through March. And it's actually going to end this week. So if you want to learn these skills and if you want to see exactly what it takes to start earning 5 figures for your business, I want to see me in the comments below. And I'm going to reach out to you personally to show you this. Did you guys get value out of this? I know it's empty now, but you saw how much stuff was on here. Does it bring to light why social media can be a little bit more tricky than we might assume? What if you didn't have social media? The same numbers would ring true if you just called people on your phone. That's it. If you sent out emails, that's true. But if you sent out mailers as well. Hey Mo, I'm glad you're here. Right? Think about that. If you were sending out handwritten letters, right? 1,000 friends, 30% would see it. 30% would respond. 30% would engage. 30% would show. 30% would convert. You'd end up with 2.4 clients. That's the value of social media. And the also value of it is having a cadence so that every single day when you post value for your audience, you're increasing those numbers. Even if you have the same 1,000 friends, today this 30% sees it, tomorrow an additional 10, the day after, the next 10, and so on and so forth. Knowing how to work the algorithm, knowing how to provide, it is a whoop. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah. Knowing how to provide the value so that it's consistently being seen in your market, and knowing how to utilize Facebook groups as well so that more and more people see you engage with them. These are the strategies that you learn in the Garage Gym Revolution. So that even with 1,000 friends, instead of it being 30%, that see it at 70%. Instead of seeing that number be 30% of responders, it's 70%. And if we can jump from 30 to 70%, all of a sudden from 1,000 people, you get 27 clients instead of 2.43. And that is what I am happy to be sharing with you this week for all new clients. We are taking on 5 new people at a discounted rate. Johnny, this goes for you as well. If you qualify, I'll be welcoming you into the program by end of day tomorrow. And I hope that you do, because if you are as interested in this program as I am in you, I know that you can be successful. Mo is a client. Ron is a client. We just went through his online sales methods. Rob is a client, right? Anybody who's been in here live knows what is in this program, what it entails. And if you have You have my permission, but you don't necessarily have theirs. I'm sure if you reach out to anybody who is an active client in this program, they'd be happy to tell you exactly what it takes. Now, what I showed you here is a sneak peek of what's involved in the program. I told you when we started that if I did my job right, some of you would quit. This is not easy. This is hard work. There is no secret sauce. There is no magic pill. There's speed and there's frequency, and that's it. And you have to choose which one you have in order to pursue your goals aggressively. Can you be more frequent or can you be first to market? And if you can't do either of those things, what systems are you going to implement to make sure that it's being done for you? Are you going to hire a coach? Are you going to hire an assistant? Are you going to hire some other employee? Are you going to hire a marketing agency? What are you going to do to make sure that you are fast and frequent into your market? How much money and time are you willing to invest to get everything that you want, need, and deserve? Because that's all it takes. Time, frequency, and speed. Money to invest into what you need and what you deserve. If you have those things, time, frequency, speed, and money to invest, you have no reason not to be successful in this business. And if you are doing all of those things, if you're investing time and you're investing money, you need to take a step back and take a look at these numbers, 1,030, and see if you're really putting in the work. See if you're really putting in the time, really putting in the money in order to be successful, in order to be first to market, in order to be more frequent to your market, in order to provide more value to your audience. If you're doing those things, you're still not sure what's going on, reach out to me. Send me a message. I'll be happy to help you. It's dinner time in the Flock household. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you were here watching this live, comment below. Again, type me if you want in on this incredible deal that we're running through March. If you're watching the replay, type replay so I can reach out to you. Have a fantastic Monday. We'll be posting every single day this week, running our promotion all week long for you. If you have any questions, you have my permission to reach out to me and ask me anything that you have. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. I'll see you tomorrow.